summer plants are doing well. I've got new plants growing up. I don't know if this one's going to survive because it's kind of dying. The leaves are dying and then it's getting more leaves. So it might reproduce. There's something growing there, something growing here. This is supposed to be the hedge. So I did like arrange the seeds in a circle to give them space. And this I think is the African melon, spiky melon, whatever it is. These are cherries, but they haven't come up yet. They might. This should be apricots. These, I don't know, there's something growing here. Can't remember what I planted, something. I'm just gonna have to be surprised and amazed. There's something growing down there. And, yeah, something growing here. So, getting more growth, generally. This is doing well. This one doesn't like too much water, though. So it's gonna look a little drained. So I won't be watering any of these big plants because there's 2 days of rain next week. And then they can just dry out because they're just getting a little too much rain. This one is growing so well. See, it's so pretty. It's got a lot of green on top, new leaves, growing, fantastic. This one's getting more extensions, so it's definitely alive. Oh, and I just realized there's a sprout there, so maybe it'll start forming leaves and branches. So that would be good. And this one's just I still think these are pine cones, but I'm not sure. They kind of look like little baby pine cones. And that one's growing well too. We have the world's biggest lemon there. So you can pick it sometime, eat it. Retrieve the seeds, grow more lemon trees. These are peas, so got lots of peas growing. We often pick them more this size, but they get like, I don't know, double the size and triple the size. I realized yesterday this orange tree is actually an orange pine orange tree, whatever. Either way, it's got little buds, lots of them. So hopefully we'll get some oranges from them, because I've been waiting since last year to taste what a pine orange is like straight from the tree. So it's funny how at night you wouldn't consider walking around here when it's dark because trip hazards, falling branches, any reason, and possibility of meeting anything wild. But during the day it's all peaceful, so it's really weird how just the atmosphere being dark and light sort of really affects your mindset, I think. So these are my tomatoes. They're doing well. They're the average tomatoes. They just pretty much grow anywhere. Because tomatoes are growing abundantly on this hill, I thought I'd put them there. And they're pretty protected from wind and stuff. So that's good. But I can't wait for them to get bigger because they're the little yellow pear-shaped tomatoes that I like. There's always a bird that comes out of here. Is it there today? I didn't see it. Could be trying to build a nest somewhere there. This is my other plant. I'm worried that it's gonna die. I'm really worried that it's gonna die. So if it starts losing all its little leaf and starts not growing, I might transfer it to a pot and try not to overwater it, but I think it needs more sand. I don't think I filled the hole with sand before I put in the plant, and I think that the plant needs more sand. But I don't know. Some plants I planted, like when I first planted the daffodils in the mini freezers, they died, but their seeds were still active, and then they grew back the next year, and then they got stronger. And tree, third year into it, they're now like really quite mature, strong plants. So maybe it does need to regrow, but it just looks like it's gonna die. I don't know if I have any more of those seeds. I doubt it. I cut back this grass, but then I was told, oh, you should have done that because it's protecting, the grass is protecting this from wind. This is a lily pilly. Apparently they have edible berries. But when you have a tree like this, it's like no one eats the berries. They just leave it there for the birds. You just kind of treat it like a tree more than something to eat. So I don't think I've ever tried lily pilly berries. I think you can make a jam out of them or something. What luck would it be to have a tree like this? It's very few branches, just one branch, and for something to fall down and hit you. You're like, how could that be? That would be just bad luck, because there's just really just one branch of this thing. This tree here is one of my favorite trees. It's apparently a redwood. I wasn't aware that there are primary adult redwoods that share root systems with the other seeded trees. I think that's kind of silly, but apparently if you chop down that tree and that tree, there would be no more young trees around. That's what I was told. I'm not sure if that's true. I like to think of trees as singular plants, and obviously these other ones have grown from seed, but I could be wrong. I don't know if they're related to some sort of tap system or what. That's sort of my perception. It's like, I don't think these trees are going to die if you take away that tree, but I could be totally wrong. There are so many animal ditches, but I know what's making them. I think it's just a normal wallaby. Sometimes you come down here and it's like graffiti on the dirt, and you're like, if I could read scratch marks and things, I would be able to read what kind of animal is making them. But since we've found a little wallaby, a little thin one, a little small one bouncing around, it's like safely assumed the wallabies are probably making these big ditches in the ground. But they're useful because I've just been using them as pre-dug ditches to plant things in. So so I'm like, oh, there's a hole. I'll just plant my potted plant that needs to be planted out in the hole, and then secure it and cover it with dirt. So that's how I've been using the ditches. I've just been using them as pre-dug holes. And around here somewhere, I planted apple seeds. I think it was like around here or something. So if a couple of apple seeds grow from somewhere around here, I don't know where it was exactly. I sort of remember it was somewhere like on a little to the left of that tree. Probably around here, I would guess. And anyway, I planted a couple seeds yesterday, so if they grew, that's why we would have an apple tree there, because I planted the seeds there. I didn't grow the seeds, so I usually, like, if I'm growing seeds, I put them in water, but I just happened to be eating an apple. I said, let's see if this makes an apple seed tree somewhere around. So if a big apple tree grows, or two of them grow, that would be why. I love passion fruit. If there's anything that I love, it's passion fruit. You could just grow passion fruit. I've tried dragon fruit, African dragon fruit before. Whatever it's called, African dragon fruit melon, whatever. African spiky horn melon. And I have tried it before, and I got like some sort of red rash or something and from it. And I'm like, I probably won't eat this horned melon because I'm just assuming it's just not my cup of tea. But if you put in front of me a passion fruit, I would be like, yeah, anything but that African horned melon. But I bought it. And I'm like, go figure. I'm growing 2 seeds. One of them I feel has started to grow, so, but I'm not going to eat it. I'm just going to have it as decoration or something. So this is what the sky is like. It's all cloudy. That's all cloud. I woke up at 5 and it was raining, so I woke up this morning at like 5:30, and I was playing with my phone and realized I'm in debt. So I had to go make some wild transfers, deplete a savings plan by half, and just fill my account with money because doesn't have any. And 2 weeks is 2 weeks. 2 weeks is too long, so to get more money. But hopefully I won't have to do that very often. I don't like to do that because then I'm like, oh, my savings plan, it's down the toilet. But who knows? So I have to go inside. I have to do this test because I did get an offer for a test trial for a new job, and see how that goes. See my plants? That's my clover. These are flowers, native flowers. They look so much happier now that they've been planted out.